Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to learn about surface area of pyramids. So if you remember before spring break, we talked about the surface area of prisms. Now we're going to move on to the surface area of pyramids. So just as a reminder, remember that surface area is just us finding the area of all of the surfaces of a three-dimensional shape. So in this case, we're talking about pyramids. So if I'm looking down at this pyramid, I'm trying to find the area of each of these triangles, all four of those triangles, and then that square base. Okay, so that's our goal, is that we are trying to find the area of each of those surfaces. So let's go on up and take these notes. All right, so first thing first, pyramids are going to be classified by their base. Okay, whatever shape their base is, that's the name of your pyramid. So when I say classified, I just mean that they're named by their bases. So for example, a square pyramid is going to have a square base, which means that a rectangular pyramid has a rectangular base. Makes sense? So if I had a pyramid with a triangle base, what would that name be? That would be a triangular pyramid. Very good. So then that means that the rest of our faces, after we take care of our base, our bottom, the rest of our faces of all types of pyramids, so every other pyramid, is always made up of triangles. So the only other shape besides triangles is going to be the base. Okay, so in a square pyramid, I have one square base, and then the rest of the faces are triangles. In a rectangular pyramid, I have one rectangular base, and then the rest of the faces are triangles. Okay, so looking at this shape here, this first example, what is going to be the name of this shape? So look at its base. What shape is that? Very good. That's going to be a square pyramid. Awesome. Okay, and you'll notice that I will make it very clear whether or not we're talking about a square or a rectangle. So for example, if we look at our next page, if we scroll down, this one is definitely a rectangular base. Okay, so I'll make it pretty clear for you. All right, so moving back, how do we actually find the area of this? So first things first, let's find the area of the base, because that's simple. That's a square. Okay, so area equals length times width. All right, and what is my length and my width of a square? Well, all sides are the same, so it should be 8 times 8, which is 64. So that's the area of my base. Now let's find the area of right face. So looking at this triangle, what is the area of that? So what is the shape? It's a triangle. And so remember that my area formula for a triangle is either going to be A equals 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2, whichever one you prefer. I'm going to do the 1/2 base times height. Okay, so I know that my base is the same part of that square, so my base is 8, times the height of my triangle, which I have an arrow that's pointing to it, is 12. Okay, so 1/2 of 8, we know, is 4, times 12 is going to give me a final answer of 48. Now, that's only the area of one of my triangle faces. How many triangular faces do I have? Well, let's count. We have that one green one. We have this front red one. We have another side green one. And then we have the back red one. So that's a total of 4 faces. So we take the area of one face, which is 48, and multiply it by 4, because that's how many faces I have. So using your handy dandy calculator, 48 times 4 is going to give you a final answer of 192. Well, I'm not done yet, because now I have to find the total surface area, which means I have to take the area of all 4 of my faces and add it to the area of my base. So 192 plus 64 is going to give me a final answer of 256 what? Inches, if this is surface area, squared. Okay, so that's your first example. I'll come back on the next video and show you your second example.